Hi, my name is Nancy Love. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the Planet Peace Project, and I have something to say regarding security clearances in the federal government. The United States President does not have the highest security clearance in the federal government in the United States. You'd think that he would need it, he or she, when we have a female president, but that is actually not the case. And I would like to start a movement to strip any United States president, not only the current one, but any, it's nothing personal, but any United States president should not have the right or the opportunity to strip anyone else of their security clearance, whether they're currently employed or formerly employed by the United States government. Why is that? Because the United States president doesn't even have the highest level of security clearance. How can you try to strip the security clearance of someone who knows things that you don't know? The United States president doesn't have all the real news. I hope he doesn't have fake news, but he doesn't have all the real news. And for those who do, I'm sure that they would advise him that there are certain things you cannot unlearn, certain things you cannot unsee, and it is actually for the United States President's own safety. It's for his own safety and that of his family, but he doesn't have all the real news. A United States President is two things. He is temporary, not permanent, and at the highest level of security clearances, the Ultra Umbras and the Keystones are typically reserved for career government officials who are going to be in government for 30 or 40 years. The term of his tenure is going to come and go, and once it goes, yes, the former United States presidents are guarded by the Secret Service at taxpayers' expense for decades, for the rest of their lives, but having had a top-level security clearance during the either 4 years or 8 years that one was president is just going to make that person more of a target. The second thing that person is, other than temporary rather than permanent, is vulnerable to terrorist attempts to kidnap him and torture him into telling him the things that he found out while he was president. And you don't want that. Somebody who runs for president has already painted a target on themselves in a lot of ways. They're going to be a target of belligerence and vulgarity, and I have a saying, some people are stupid. You're going to be targeted by people who can't express their opinions in anything but a rude and vulgar fashion, and so you've got to develop a thick skin, but that's not the worst incoming you've got. As a United States president, you become one of the prime people on this planet who terrorists would like to kidnap, torture, and question. And to some extent, the less you know, the better off you are. And as long as everybody knows that you don't have all the real news and you don't have a top-level security clearance, you're actually safer than you would be if you had a top-level security clearance. So, for me, given those two factors, that the U.S. president is temporary and that he's vulnerable to terrorist assault and kidnapping and questioning and so forth, it just doesn't seem to me to make any sense to allow that person who doesn't even have a top-level security clearance to be allowed to revoke top-level security clearances. It doesn't make sense. So that's what I have to say, and I'm very busy right now. I have a lot of things I need to attend to, but at some point I'm actually going to try to start a petition, start a movement, somehow get the all United States presidents from being allowed to or having the power to strip security clearances from other individuals, because it's just not right. It doesn't make any sense. They don't even have all the real information, and if they did, that would just make them more vulnerable to some pretty awful things. So anyway, that's what I have to say. Thanks for your attention. Bye.